threatening me after work? Just what I said. You threatening me after work?
You tell me what you got all the answers. You tell me what I'm doing. You got the answers, right?
You tell me.
You tell me.
In Detroit, the hustle never stops, and nobody knows that better than Les Gold. But when a slick-talking hustler walked into Hardcorepawn thinking he could outsmart the king of the pawn game, things didn't go as planned. Les has seen every trick in the book, and this showdown proves exactly why you don't mess with a master negotiator. We'd start this list with this big dude who for some reason lost his patience before walking into the pawn shop. Now, there was a long queue of customers, and this dude happened to be at the back of the line. Out of nowhere, the dude started yelling at one of the employees at the counter and saying that he needed to be attended to as soon as possible. As you'd expect, no one took him seriously, and this guy went on to cause a scene.
Hey, bro. Hey, what's up my speaker, man? I got an emergency. Okay, when we get so I gotta wait all the way around this time, man. Everybody else.
Now this is what I like to see. You just have to love Seth when he is upset with the way a customer is behaving. The dude was ready to cause a scene, and Seth was not going to allow that to happen. He asked the dude to come forward and told him that he was not interested in the speakers he was trying to either sell or pawn. Once again, it looks like he does not want to take no for an answer. You just have to wonder the kind of nerve some of these customers have when they come into the pawn shop acting like they own the place.
I mean, you standing up like you about to do something.
We're looking at
about to do something, dog.
You don't need to talk to him.
Man.
You want to talk to a manager? You're talking to him.
I mean, but what I'm talking to you. Okay, but I don't need him, though.
This guy is honestly unbelievable right now. He is actually trying to fight with the security guard. Wow, some people just don't know when to quit. Seth kept telling the dude that he did not want the speakers, and he needed him to leave the pawn shop. The dude ignored Seth and started to talk to the security guard. In less than a second, the dude starts to put his hands on the security guard, and it looks like they are about to get into a brawl. Thank goodness they were able to get him out of the pawn shop. That could have ended badly.
I have a Sterling of Silverware.
Whose was this? Your grandmother's?
This is passed from my grandma.
How many years ago?
4 years ago.
So how can I help you?
Seth,
I
got this.
I can help.
I got it.
Me, here we go again.
You can go.
What is it with these two and always starting a fight with each other? Even Les is tired of their constant fighting. This customer walks into the pawn shop and he meets up with Ashley. He shows her a sterling set of silverware that he was looking to sell. He says it was passed on from his grandmother about 4 years ago. Just as Ashley tries to negotiate with the customer, Seth hops in out of nowhere and tries to handle business like Ashley was not doing that already.
About 1800.
In charge of whatever department she went. I know a lot more than her as silver goes.
We got the whole set here.
Set of how many?
12 each of them.
I guess we now know why Seth wanted to handle this particular deal. Seems like Ashley actually doesn't know so much about silver, and Seth is about to take her to school. Seth takes a good look at the cutlery, and he finds out that they were not all coated with silver. The customer says that he wants $1,800 for the whole set, and Seth tells him that the only offer he is going to get is $100. Ashley still looks so confused that Seth is the one making the deal. Phew, these two always have to argue over things that can be resolved over a single conversation.
All right, I can do it, Grant.
Okay.
All right, I'll take you up here. Undermine me and my authority. And not only petty, but it's bull.
Don't cut me off like that.
If I were to be their dad, I would give them an ass whooping every single day. Seth rounds up the deal with the customer, and he agrees to sell the sterling set of silverware for $100. As soon as the deal is completed, Seth warns Ashley to never cut him off, like he does not know what he is doing when talking to a customer. Ashley fires back and tells him that Seth is always so annoying, and it immediately turns into a full-blown argument.
A lie.
Nothing.
Just can't deal with him anymore. You and you in my office.
What's up?
What the hell are you? I'm sick of the bickering.
You know what, Dad? Seth actually...
Haha, looks like it's scolding time. They can't say they didn't expect that this was going to happen. Seth and Ashley got into a very heated argument in front of the employees, and that did not sit right with Les. One thing Les hates is when Ashley and Seth can't act right in front of the employees and customers. Les drags them into his office, and as you can see, he is about to give them a lecture on how they need to stop acting like kids.
Idiot.
Ashley, come on.
I acted like an idiot. It's like an idiot.
I
Following
look
me.
like
Yeah,
an idiot.
you do.
You dare talk to me right now.
I expect the two of you to work together.
Ouch, that's definitely going to sting. I would cry if my dad ever spoke to me that way. Les had Seth and Ashley come into his office, and believe me when I say he didn't go easy on them. He was very upset that Ashley and Seth were always fighting and they always did it in front of the employees. Les even goes on to say that if they were regular employees, he would have fired them a long time ago.
Here's the deal. I'm done with this. Professional pawnbroker. Act like it. The face of America is Ashley and Seth. Stop bickering. Get your asses out of here.
Phew. Phew, that was one intense scolding session. But Les is absolutely right. Ashley and Seth should know better. They are the face of the pawn shop, and it would be silly if the faces of the pawn shop were always fighting and causing a scene. Les wants them to stop the pointless fights and act like they know what they are doing. Well, let's hope that all this yelling is going to suck in their heads.
How you doing? I'm all right.
How can I help you?
Laptop here.
Whoa, Penny. How long have you had it?
A few years.
How much you say you wanted?
Around maybe $50. Or my addiction.
What did he just say? Nah, he can't be serious. I refuse to believe that this customer is serious right now. This guy walks in and he meets Seth at the counter. He tells Seth that he wants to sell his laptop. Seth takes a look at it, and it's a pretty old laptop. He tells Seth that he is looking to sell the laptop for $50 to help with his addiction. Seth then goes on to ask him what type of addiction, and this dude says cocaine. Yo, that's all shades of mind-blowing. Seth hears T-Bay and he freezes on the spot.
I'm not interested.
Not interested, bro?
Nope.
So I'm all out of luck.
Situation. Look at what you just did. You brought in this stuff.
If I were to be in Seth's shoes, I'd have called the police right on the spot. There's no way this guy should be allowed to do business with anybody. The moment Seth heard that the dude was struggling with cocaine addiction, Seth told him that he was no longer interested in doing business with him. The dude then offered his watch for sale, and Seth still insisted on not doing business with the dude. You can tell that any money this dude makes goes straight into his addiction.
What's up?
What's going on? I got a few rings. Want to see what you could do for me.
I can't believe this guy's here again.
What do you want to do? Sell it?
Sell it or pawn, whatever you can do for me.
I'm glad that Seth walked into the situation for real. Who knows, maybe this dude would have been able to convince Ashley to give him some money for his addiction. Phew, I'm glad Ashley and Seth finally agree on something. This guy just does not know when to quit. After Les sent him away and told him that he was not going to do business with him, the dude came back a few minutes later and told Ashley that he wanted to sell a couple of rings and necklaces. Seth sees the dude and immediately jumps into the conversation and tells the dude that they are not going to give him any money that's going to support his cocaine addiction.
Really?
When I found out why this, I totally understand why my
Really can't do anything for me. Nothing.
Ashley took my side. This is like one of the only times
I'm not going to lie, it feels good to see that Ashley and Seth can finally agree on something. For a second there, I thought Ashley was going to yell at Seth for coming to interrupt her conversation with the customer. The moment she realized why Seth jumped into the conversation, she was totally okay with it. There's no way that they are going to give money to someone who is only going to use it to cause harm to themselves.
So why did this kid come in, want to put money for? He says that he has a So myself, I'm not doing the loan for him.
Okay.
I'm on the sales floor just now, and the guy comes.
That sounds like a pretty smart plan. I'm not going to lie. I love when Ashley and Seth come together to make a decision about something. A couple of hours back, I would never have thought these two would be able to agree on anything. After sending away the customer with the cocaine addiction, Ashley and Seth decided to have a conversation about the whole thing, and now they want to warn the other employees about customers like that dude.
Good with that under 2 levels. Made it the right moral decision. You know, you don't want to do that. Well, you guys agree on it. We're a team. We're a family. That's what's important to me. Good call.
Me and my sister, we're gonna meet with we are going to lay down the rule.
Feels good to hear that for real. Hopefully from this day forward, we aren't going to see Ashley and Seth try to rip out their throats. They speak to Les about the idea of talking to the employees, and he totally agrees with them. He is proud of the fact that they want to stop customers like that from doing business with the lawn shop, and also proud of the fact that Ashley and Seth made a decision without getting into an argument.
All right, guys, we have a little situation. Seth and I were helping a customer. He told me that he needed money for drugs. I refused the customer.
Business with people that blatantly tell us.
Let's hope this new piece sticks, and they don't go back to wanting to beat each other up. Ashley and Seth bring all the employees together and decide to have a conversation with them about the customer who wanted some money to buy drugs. They tell them that on no occasion should they attend to a customer who tells them that they need some money to help out with their addiction. Once again, Les is impressed and happy that Ashley and Seth can work together to sort out a situation.
I'm good. How are you?
Hi, real good. You guys are interested in maybe autographed album I have by Elvis Presley.
Holy sakes, it's Elvis Presley.
Looks like someone brought in the bank and is about to cash in on the pawn shop. This customer walks into the shop and heads straight for Les at the counter. He tells Les that he has something quite interesting. He brings out an autographed album by the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. What's crazy is that the customer also has a certification that shows that the album was owned by Jim Hannaford, who was the president of Elvis's fan club at the time.
I don't care what we have to spend. No, I have to have it. How much did you want for this?
$1,500.
Well, let me go do some research.
Well,
Give me a minute.
Sure.
So here comes a gentleman, autographed record from.
Wow, now Now that came as a shock. I definitely was not expecting to hear that. Les asks the customer how much he wanted for the autographed album cover. The customer told him that he was looking to get at least $1,800 for it. Les went into the back and did some research. To his surprise, he found out that this particular autographed album does not sell for a lot of money, even with the fact that it has a certificate to back it up. That kind of sucks.
Tell you the truth,
Yeah.
I'm blown away that this is not worth
Anywhere from 50 to 100 bucks, just so you know.
even
Autographed
with the
one.
COAs.
Yeah, I would have thought, again.
Well, no deal was made, and it's still very surprising. After Les had concluded his research, he came to ask the customer if he did any research himself. The customer replied by saying he didn't do a lot of research since it had a certificate. Apparently, this autograph sold for 50 to 60 bucks online, and it was not worth having. They explained the situation to the customer, and he pretty much understood that he was not leaving with any money. Sucks to be in his shoes. I thought he was going to walk away with a lot of money.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Les, very nice to meet you.
Hi. I'm here to see what I try to help my family out. We need some food, and I'm on disability right now.
Lady, slow down. She needs to catch your breath or something. This lady finds herself in the pawn shop and she is looking to sell an item. She sees Les at the counter and she walks straight to him. She starts off by telling Les that she has a lot going on with her family and she just needs some money to be able to get things going. She keeps talking and at some point it becomes very difficult to even hear what she's saying because she just keeps talking and talking and talking.
For other children that I take care of,
I hear but when you look somebody in the eye, so let me see what you got.
I'm just one of my best ones. I don't want.
I can't even lie. That's the sweetest thing I have ever seen Les do for a customer. The lady finally stopped talking about all her problems, and Les asked her what she wanted to sell. She showed him a very nice leather jacket, and it seemed to be in very good condition. Les doesn't really buy leather jackets, but he saw that the lady was in need of some help. He offered to give the lady $40, and she was beyond grateful. You needed to see the smile on her face when she heard that she was getting $40.
It's on a coat that there's no way I could sell for more than 25, but it's not about the money, it's about helping sometimes.
Have a good day.
Sure.
I'm going to make sure my daughter, she has a way to get there. So I'm.
Haha, that's right. You can bet she is going to have an amazing day. All thanks to Les, of course. Customers come into the pawn shop telling different stories. It's always hard to know who is telling the truth and who is selling a lie. This lady was all about the truth, and Les could not deny it. Like he said, sometimes it's really not about the money, but more about putting smiles on the faces of customers.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, doing good. How about you?
I was wondering if you...
I know what it is. It's a sex chair.
It's a sex swing, an adult bedroom swing.
That.
Ashley's face is killing me right now. Her facial expression is priceless. But then again, can you really blame Ashley? This lady and her friend walked into the pawn shop and they wanted to sell something hilarious. The lady brought in the sex swing, and what surprised Ashley is the fact that her dad immediately knew what it was. The lady told Les that her husband got it from one of his bachelor's parties and she has had it for 7 years.
Good for her.
Wow. So you're not the husband, you're...
Why the would he come in with her and try to sell a sex swing?
Have you used it together yet?
Well, not me and him.
Oh, well, that you would admit.
Yeah,
I got
right.
you.
Haha, I couldn't agree more on that. I'm sure this lady had another thing in mind when she came into the pawn shop. Here's where things get a little interesting. Apparently, the guy who she came in with was not her husband, but her friend. And that raised Ashley's eyebrows. Did it end there? No. This friend is the one who bought it for the husband. Imagine that. That's something you don't get to see or hear every day.
Are we in a dealing mood today?
Now, why would I pay you 90?
No.
Oh, no,
What,
it's
how many
not.
times
Time since I had twins, right?
Oh well, Ashley still finds it to be very disgusting. I'm not surprised a deal was not made. I mean, who would want to buy a used SWX chair? The lady told Les that she was looking to get 90 bucks for the sex chair. As you'd expect, Les told her that it was not going to happen due to the fact that they don't deal in stuff like that, and he doesn't know what bodily fluids might be on the item. I'm sure the lady and her husband can have some more fun with the chair.
Trying to get some money for this. It's a computer in my.
Get the charger?
Not with me. I didn't know I had to bring.
You gotta have a charger. I can't turn it on. For you to get a loan here, I have to see if it can work.
Can't just plug it up and see if it works.
Here we go again with another customer who looks like he is ready to cause some trouble. Now this dude walks in with a laptop. He tells Ashley that he wants to sell it, but he forgot to bring the charger. Ashley then tells him that she has to know if the system works before she makes a deal with him. Out of curiosity, she asked him how much he wanted, and he said he wanted $150. Ashley then said that if he brings the charger and the system works, she'd give him $70, and that just did not sit right with the dude.
Do you know what it is?
What you mean what it is?
How big is the hard drive? That's why you need the charger.
It doesn't turn on. Got it?
Telling me what
Okay.
I want to hear.
Go get the charger and...
I'll do that.
Okay.
Oops, Oops. With that look on his face, you can tell this guy was not expecting that to happen. Ashley tried to explain to the customer that she could not give him the money he wanted because she didn't know if the laptop was working. The dude was not ready to listen to any of that. He started yelling. Les got involved and told him that he was no longer interested in buying the laptop, and he wanted the dude to walk out of the pawn shop with his laptop.
Okay, well, what you saying too? I want somebody to talk better.
Here.
Keep it up. Not in my story.
You mean not in your show? You don't owe. You can take that $7 and no gas tank up with it.
Looks like things are about to get very dangerous at this point. This customer is ready to get physical with Les. Now, after Les told the dude that he was not interested in the laptop, the dude continued to yell and curse at Ashley for involving her dad. Les got his security to escort the dude out of the building, and instead of going out like a normal person, he decided to try to fight with Les.
How y'all feel? That's how y'all. I ain't trying to hear it. That's me, bro. That's up. Okay, so want money?
We're not giving you anything.
I wasn't even talking to you any way. You want the money?
I mean, what is this dude thinking? He really wants to pick a fight with Les? Wow. As far as customers go, this guy is probably the craziest. Why can't he just take no for an answer? Les was finally able to get his security guards to get the dude out of the pawn shop. The dude got out of the pawn shop and continued to yell and curse at Les, saying that he was not talking to him from the very beginning. Les tells him to leave the premises, but this dude just wasn't ready to take no for an answer. Now it looks like he is ready to go one-on-one with Les.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Remember, I gotta be out here when you watch your back.
Okay, that don't fly with me, mother.
You mean to my threat?
Wow, if this dude isn't careful, they might just call the police to come pick him up. Les had enough of the guys yelling and told him to leave for the last time. Just as the dude was about to leave the premises, he threatened Les and said that he would be waiting for Les when he was about to leave the pawn shop. The one thing you don't want to do is threaten Les or anyone in the pawn shop. You are going to get what's coming to you. This dude was lucky Les decided to walk away from the situation.
Just another day at America.